Go get her, Bob. Go get her. You were about to pounce. They are playing with each other all day long, trying to pounce on each other. Yes. You're enjoying it now, aren't you, Bob? FiFi is in pouncing mode. Look at that stance she's taking. Yep. She's on it. There she goes. Nope. Good evening from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Tuesday. It's maybe not even 80 degrees. It's been, I wouldn't say raining. I call it drizzling. And right now it's kind of sprinkling, maybe a little. So I haven't done any filming today. I've been out doing stuff. It hasn't been raining that hard. So maybe I can get a quick video done before it gets dark. I see Betty White's already up for the night, so it must be like 7-ish. Let's look at a few things that I'm found cool today. More of the sunflowers have bloomed. This is an interesting one. That's a nice dark reddish brown with some hints of yellow, and yeah. That one's cool too. A second bloom popped up on this one. Yeah, I'm digging these sunflowers. And while I'm out here, on the right is a green bean, and it has found the fence. That's a pole bean. And then to the left of that, that is a Seminole pumpkin from Cog Hill Farm. Thanks, Jason, over there and family. And then we have a corn. So 3 sisters right there. And then there's another bean coming up. Might as well go down the row. Sunflower. There's a pole bean that found the fence. Yippee. Another sunflower. Boy, this rain really makes everything pop. That's a Seminole pumpkin. Another sunflower that was planted a while ago. Corn. I think that's corn and a bean that's found the fence. And then we've got a pumpkin, a corn, and another bean at the end. So I think I got 5 beans and 3 pumpkins and like a half dozen corn growing over here. I'll take it. This gladiola is a late bloomer. Interesting. Just a white one, and there's a grasshopper in there. This is in the patch of gladiolas that were left over. What's going on? Bob just climbed a tree, and FiFi just went after him. You guys have been... Come on down, Bob. No, they've been playing ever since it stopped raining. It rained all last night. Well, not really rain. It drizzled. It's been drizzling for a couple days here. Not a lot of accumulation, but enough that it's helping me. Anyway, as they're photobombing, there's a white gladiola that's coming up late. So that's cool. I hope this shows up. That is a climbing hyacinth. A purple climbing hyacinth, which is like a bean type plant. Courtesy of Uncle Hoss. Thank you. Go check out Uncle Hoss's channel. But the first blooms off the climbing hyacinth. And that's going up the tree there. That's why I plant them on the end, because they're a little bit heavier. But I'm out here by the morning glories, and he also gifted me some of these morning glories probably. And these have been blooming well in the morning. Yes, good evening, Vicki Lawrence. Is that fog still on the... It's on the inside. I can't even wipe it off. Oh, anyway. These dudes are doing good. That's like a private Benjamin mini-me. I've got 3 of those. And then it's another private Benjamin mini-me. And that's the other private Benjamin mini-me. With the black and white collars. And she's the one with the beard. So... 3 that look like her, and 1 that looks like Carol Burnett. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one that looks like Carol Burnett. And then the one that just walked in the frame is a light brown. And so that must be the Welsimer and Walter. But anyway, it's like they're getting ready to go up for the night. It's probably been a while since I've shown this, but I've basically just got a little wash tub that I put the battery and the Energizer in, and then I cover it with one of those tubs to keep the rain off of it. And then right in front there, that's the grounding rod going at an angle, and it's a 3-foot long grounding rod, I'm pretty sure. So a good, you know, almost 2.5 feet is in the ground. It's hard to find a spot to get the grounding rod, but yep, the grounding rod is in a good 2.5 feet. And yeah, the little light on the charger is lighting up. So yeah, that's how I handle the battery and the charger and the grounding rod, and it just connects over to the fence and everything's cool. Right, cats? Yeah, I'm not zooming in on what they're doing right now. And that's what it looks like with the tub back over it. Bill at Stoney Creek. Go have a look at Stoney Creek. Link above. Yeah, Bill at Stoney Creek asked about the grounding rod. And yeah, you could be lazy and not use it, and that would just not work very well. So you should typically always use the grounding rod to the end. I wish I could get it in a little bit further, but that'll work. Right, Carol Burnett? It's time for bed, Carol Burnett. In addition to all the rain we've been having, I've been making a lot of trips off the homestead the past few days. Cattle panel. Can you see the cattle panel? I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out how to get it out of there without injuring myself. But yeah, and I have a cattle panel, so I just picked up a second one. With 2 cattle panels, I can build another chicken coop, so I'm working on that. You know, 20 bucks here, 20 bucks there, I'll get there. I still need the lumber. Oh man. Yeah, I wish I could just rip that thing. I wish I could rip it down and use the lumber. Not much of it I could probably use anyway. Yeah, and I got to show you something about that happened in the past couple days. But anyway, yeah, I'm planning on building another chicken coop, almost just like the other one. And so I'm gathering supplies. I still need the 2x4. I need 4 2x4 by 8s, 4 2x4 by 10s, and then some 2x2s for the door. Probably 2x2 by 10s if they sell them. So yeah, I'm getting there. Then I'll need more zip ties. If I recall, I used like 200 zip ties last time, attaching the chicken wire to the cattle panels. And I'll get there. Hopefully this week I can finish getting the supplies. Well, most of them. Anyway, yeah, I haven't given an update on number 2 for a while. That's true. Somebody mentioned that. I don't get much alone time in the coop with them. There's always somebody, you know, laying an egg, or Walters are in there, and I'm not a big disturbance creator, so that, you know, I leave them be for the most part, except when I'm feeding them, so they like me. So I haven't gotten in there with the camera, especially with the rain, and I haven't been here a whole lot the past few days either. And it looks like I'm going to be making more trips off the homestead in the next few days, so probably not a video every day. I left my phone somewhere, so I gotta go get that. Oh, there's always something. Now I want to show you this shed house thing, what happened over here. Bob, were you just photobombing me? I turned around and you were up there. Sneaky little photobomber. Alright, so I expect this shed to fall down any minute now. More wood fell off during the wind and rain. You know, every time it rains, it soaks in hundreds of pounds of water into the wood, and then, yeah, so the final, there were 3 boards. Now there's only 1 going up the side there, and the other 2 boards just fell off, and another one's hanging. And now the insulation has fallen out, and the corner 2x4 has disconnected from the ceiling, and it is leaning out. So I'm expecting this thing to fall over any day now. Oh man, which is, yeah, it's just sad. the base of that wall has rotted out, and about 6 inches up on the 2x4, the vertical 2x4s has rotted out. So that corner has sunk down a good 6 inches. And it's getting worse every day. So at least now I might have access to where I'm not walking in this thing. It's a death trap. But if I could get I was thinking if I get one of the walls off, I can start yanking stuff out of there from the side, so I don't have to walk in there. So yeah, and I've got all this jumbled vining stuff. That is the muscadine that was here when I got here. And my sister was yanking on it when she was here, and I'm like, don't touch that, you might pull the whole shed down. Because it's all the way up there and entangling the shed, and I'm not kidding, you might. And that's exactly why I haven't yanked all that muscadine down yet. But yep, so that's a development. 2 more boards fell off the side, the 2x4 corner fell off, and the insulation has fallen off. One step closer to it falling apart for good. Hey Bob, why'd the cat cross the road? Bob, why'd the cat cross the road? Bob, the cat doesn't care. This is a couple short rows of zinnias that I planted. There was a brush pile here, and I didn't plant these all that long ago, and I've got my first bloom. So yay for that. After my video where I showed me moving my composting toilet from the tent inside, I had a few questions on what the situation is here. So maybe I can do a quick Cliff Notes version of my welcome to Bobblehead Homestead. This place was $5,000, and so that should probably tell you all you need to know about the condition of the mobile home. I got it last summer. I moved here in October. Well, I was staying in Russellville for a few weeks until I got this front room. There's a bedroom that's about, I don't know, 9.5 by 14 feet, and that's where I'm living. I've sealed that off as best as possible from bugs. It's where my bed is, it's where my computer is, that's where my little toaster oven is, that's where my little electric cooking burners are. So I pretty much live in one bedroom, which I fixed up. I caulked all the cracks and crevices and corners to keep bugs out. I wiped and washed all the walls. I ripped out the flooring and I painted the floor. And so that's where I'm living right now. The rest of the mobile home is a disaster. Let's see, there's holes in the floor, holes in the wall, holes in the ceiling. There's mold damage everywhere. I ripped out the kitchen sink and put in a utility sink, and that's my one location source of water. I have a water well here. I have no septic and no sewer. So that explains the composting toilet system. No septic and no sewer. Let's see, the heating and air conditioning don't work. The duct worked underneath the mobile home is busted open, so there's just no way to keep the bugs out. Even if there's just no way to keep the bugs out of there. No way to keep the bugs out of there. So that's why I have the tent in the old bathroom, which that bathroom we tore up the floor was rotted out around the toilet, and so we just put a quick new floor in there. And so that's where I've got my composting toilet tent now. And so yeah, that's pretty much the deal on my electric, water, and sewer septic situation. I do have a water well. I have no septic and no sewer, which is why I'm using the composting toilet system. And the electricity in there, the electricity works in the front room, it works in the living room, which is on the same circuit as the front room. And then there's another circuit in the former kitchen that works. The electricity does not work in the bathroom where I put my composting toilet. The The electricity does not work in the back bedroom, and there's another back bathroom back there where the electricity doesn't work. And so I would just imagine rats or mice or something chewed the cables up, or, you know, there were leaks in the ceiling and it got to it. I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully that's a quick cliff notes on my situation with the mobile home. It would cost way too much to fix this thing up to where it would be, you know, worth anything. So I do not want to put any money at all into that mobile home, and ideally I'd like to haul it out of here someday, either whole or in pieces or something. So yep, that's the deal on the mobile home. Oh yeah, look at this flower. Very interesting. That's just a weed. I didn't plant that. And it's like a vining, looks like a vining type weed that this thing goes with it. So yeah, if anybody knows what that is, I have no idea and I haven't looked it up yet. It's purple on the outside, little strands of purple. Little strands of purple, and there are some purple leaves, and then the inside is yellow with like a green center. I don't know. It's a very interesting little flower though, and it's a weed. Well, for lack of a better word, a weed. That's some kind of moth. I don't think that's a tomato hornworm moth. They're bigger and their behinds are more colorful. But you're kind of interesting, dude. Bob, don't chew on the hose, Bob. Bob. No. Don't chew on the hose.